Hello and welcome to Sony Tutorials 57. Today I'm going to show you how to make an intro like this. Yeah, pretty sick, isn't it? Okay, so anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to load up Vegas. This works for all versions, but I use Vegas Pro 10. It works for any version of Sony Vegas though, so yeah. So anyway, once you've opened up Vegas, you want to start a new project if you haven't already had a new project. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to insert video track. And then you want to insert a second video track. And then what you want to do is you want to import text media. Or insert text media. Right click, select insert text media. Then type in whatever you want to type in. I'm going to type in Sony. And then you want to select your font. I use the Freak Out Go Bananas font. I think it's really cool. So anyway, you want to select that. And maybe you want to make it bigger. I'll make it 126. And then what you want to do is you want to shorten this out to like 1 second or less. Sometimes I go less than a second, like a half a second. I think it looks really good. And then you want to insert another text media, and then type in the next thing. I'm typing in Vegas, or whatever you want to type in. Then select your font, and then make it how big you want it to be. 126 seems to fit my boat. Just want to check to make sure I have it. Yeah, alright, that's the right size. And then shorten this out to a half a second. So then these two text medias here should equal 1 second. And then insert text media. And then type in the next thing you want. And then highlight it. Select the font you want. Again, Freak Out Go Bananas. It's awesome. And then choose your size. And then shorten this out so it's half a second long. Then it should look something like this. Make the preview window bigger. And then insert text media. And then type in everything you had written. So put what you wrote together. So mine would be Sony Vegas Tutorials. And then highlight that, change your font, and then select your size, and then shorten that out a little bit, or however long you want it. You can make it longer, shorter, whatever. So then you should look something like this. And then what you want is you want to select your you want to add a transition. Just use 3D Blind's Simple. I find that to be a great transition for this. And then drag it to the end. And just don't mess with the defaults because they're pretty good with Vegas. And then what you want to do is you might want to make this a little longer actually. Just as on second thought. Make it long, and then make the transition really long also. So then it would do that, and then start to split up. And then you want to insert another text media, which could be your username. So then mine is Sony Tutorials 57. The problem with Freak Out Go Bananas is they were stupid and they didn't put in numbers. I love the font, but I mean, this is what happens if you type in Sony Tutorials 57. See, the numbers don't exist. So then just forget that, and then just go back to Arial or whatever the default is for Sony Vegas. Whoops, I messed up on that. Just go back to the default, which is Arial, because you know it's okay for what we're doing. And then select Sony tutorial and then put it at the font you want if you're using free calculators. Why didn't that S change? That's stupid. Okay, anyway, so now you have that. And then also what you want to do is you want to make the transition crazy slow. So make it like that. And then the simple transition and drag it in. Because when you try to do that, it'll delete it. So then it should look something like this. And then what you want to do is you want to go to Media Generators, Solid Color. And I'm going to use green because that's the theme of my channel. And that's really bad. So, because it's like the background. And then shorten that out. Make this longer though, because, you know, that's cool. And so then basically make this the same length as your media. Then, what you want to do is you're going to want to go to Event Pan Crop when you're on Media Generator, when you're on the Solid Color track. Then what you want to do is you want to take this and make it really, really small. Like that. Then close out. And then, what you want to do is you want to go to Transitions, select Linear White, and then select Left, Right, Hard Edge. And then click that and drag it here, right at the beginning. And then feather it so it blends a little bit. I'll do that. And then make it pretty long, like 2 seconds, and to line it up with that. Then it'll look something like this. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add some sound, because everybody likes sound. So you're going to right click, insert audio track. Now you've got an audio track along with the video track. And then make this track smaller so you can line up the audio with your project. Then you're going to want to go to Import Media. You could do File, Import Media. You click this little button here. It doesn't really matter. And because I use Video Copilot Action Essentials, I'm going to use the bonus sound effects that's included with their pack. And then click on Big Gun. I know there's no guns in this, but it sounds really good with this intro. So just double click on that, and then you have this. Then use the scroll wheel, click in your project, use the scroll wheel to make things bigger, so you can line things up better. And then drag that to the beginning, and shorten it out. So then, you have this. But you'll notice it's got that sound at the end, which you probably don't want. So now what you want to do is you want to shorten that out so it just lines up with that. Now what you're going to want to do is drag in the next one. The next one. Shorten that out and drag it so it lines up with the next thing. And then shorten this out so it's lined up. And then drag it in again. Shorten out that. Drag that in. And then shorten that out. And do it another time. One more time. And drag that in. Shorten it out. And then go to about there. So now it'll look and sound something like this. Alright, so now you've got the beginning of your intro pretty much done. I mean, if you want to add like some light rays effect to it or something, go ahead. I'm just going to go with the basics of the intro. And then what you want to do is you want to go to Import Media. And then I also use the designer sound effects. I really like them. And then go to Swishes or whatever you want. And then there's a whole lot of stuff here. Really anything works. So I'm just gonna go with Echo Swoosh, because pretty much anything you use on this works. And then what you're gonna want to do, because you know we haven't done the pan and crop at the end yet. So then what you want to do is after you've added the transition, you want to go to that. You want to make sure you clicked on your title track, your username, Sony Tutorials 57 or whatever yours is, and then select Event Pan Crop. Go to right before the end, and double click to add a keyframe. Then what you want to do is go to the end, double click to add another keyframe, and then let the keyframe you just added, make it really tiny so it looks like that. And basically the finished product will look something like this. But that looks really bad. So then what you want to do is go into transitions, select flash, and then select hard flash. So it just added a transition, so like when it goes at you, it flashes out. And you're going to want to do the same thing for the line in the background. So then just drag that onto the end, and just close out. So then it'll look like this. And then you're going to want to add a sound effect for that. So go to this and select anything. Pretty much anything here works. I'm going to use Ghost Swoosh because it's different. And then it'll sound like this, or whatever you want. So then you get this. And maybe if you want, you can flip these around, because they're both really awesome. And I think this one would match this one better than the other one. So then it'll look something like this. And then, so yeah, basically that's your awesome intro. You can add backgrounds or whatever you want to this. So yeah, that's basically how to make a sick intro in any version of Sony Vegas. I'll post a link to Video Copilot's website in the description. Thanks for tuning in to Sony Tutorials 57. Subscribe for more videos.